Palestine, that land where the story of humanity first took shape. In its soil, layers of history are buried, and in its air, the echo of those civilizations resonates which dug the meanings of faith and life. For centuries, this land has been the confluence of religion, culture, and existence, where time stops and the soul recognizes its source. So let us now begin this mysterious journey of this sacred land. Number 1. Wadi Qelt, the wondrous valley nestled in the lap of the desert. Wadi Qelt, which local people call Wadi Qelt or Wadi Qelt, one of the most wondrous natural valleys of Palestine. This valley is about 7 miles long, and on both its sides, standing rocks are about 1,000 feet high. Soon as you descend into its depths, it feels as if you are stepping into some old chapter of time, where the relationship between humans and nature still exists in its most original state. The geography of this valley is extremely diverse. Somewhere sharp mountains, somewhere sandy slopes, and somewhere a dry stream flowing between stones which comes to life in the rainy season. This very diversity gives this valley a mysterious attraction. During the day, the sun's rays fall on the rocks here and create a shine like a layer of gold. Whereas in the evening, the setting sun colors the valley with redness, as if some invisible painter is etching his imagination on the earth. The climate here is semi-arid. In winters, the daytime temperature remains between 10 to 21 degrees Celsius, whereas in summers, it rises up to 37 degrees. Due to this sharp difference in weather, the flora and fauna here are unique in themselves. In this region, many rare species are found, like the local falcon bird, desert gazelles, and some such plants which flourish only in this ecology. For biologists, this valley is like a natural laboratory, where every element of the earth points toward a new mystery. Wadi Qelt is not only unique from a natural perspective, but also extremely important from religious and historical perspectives. It is believed that for thousands of years, this valley has been a place for travelers, saints, and ascetics, for meditation and penance. The caves and stones here seem to encompass the echoes of those prayers which once echoed between these walls. The silence here gives a strange peace, such peace which touches the soul deeply. The natural paths spread in the valley are also extremely attractive for trekking enthusiasts. While walking on these footpaths, the view changes at every turn. Sometimes tall rocks touch the sky, sometimes a small stream flowing below gives the feeling of life. At some places, the sounds of birds echo like music in this silence, which makes this experience even more mysterious. Every part of Wadi Qelt is the confluence of nature, time, and faith, where a human can look within himself and feel that true beauty is not only in the sight, but in that experience which touches the soul deeply. Number 2. Mar Saba Monastery, the world of penance in desert rocks. Mar Saba Monastery, such a sacred place located in the desert region of Palestine which appears beyond the flow of time. This monastery was built in the 5th century, and it is considered an important center of the Eastern Orthodox monastic tradition. For hundreds of years, this place has remained a symbol of human faith, not only from a religious perspective, but also from architectural and historical perspectives. Perched on tall rocks, this monastery creates such a scene between the deep valley below and the wordless blue sky above, which seems to connect the earth and the sky. When the first rays of morning fall on these stone walls, it appears as if this place is bathing in golden light. The atmosphere here is so peaceful that the rustling of wind and the slow sound of bells even invite immersion and meditation. The construction of Mar Saba Monastery was done in an extremely difficult geographical situation. The desert land spread around, steep slopes, and deep valleys have given it the form of a natural fortress. From the perspective of architecture, this monastery is an extraordinary example of human skill. Rooms made by cutting rocks, prayer sites, and secret paths have made it mysterious. Every stone, every wall tells a story of some ascetic's penance, of some saint's prayer, or of some traveler's silent faith. The inner complex here is very simple but extremely sacred. The religious symbols and pictures inscribed on the walls are centuries old, yet their shine is still the same. While walking between wooden doors and stone stairs, it feels as if the breaths of the past are still present here. The monks here even today follow the same lifestyle which their ancestors adopted centuries ago. They spend their days in self-restraint, prayer, and silent meditation, which keeps the entire atmosphere filled with spiritual energy. The most wondrous feature of this monastery is its ancient water management system. Even in the harsh conditions of the desert, the monks here use a special water source, which flows from within the rocks below. This system shows that even in limited resources, how intelligence, patience, and cooperation can make life possible. When you peer down from the courtyard here, the deep valley and the dry river attached to it present an unsaid beauty. In the evening time, when the sun begins to set and the sky turns orange, then this monastery becomes the living form of some ancient dream. The silence spreading all around, the calls of birds coming from afar, and the wind colliding with the walls all together create an atmosphere in which devotion and peace become one. Mar Saba Monastery is not just stone and architecture. It is the witness of the faith of those countless ascetics who communicated with God in silence here. This place tells that penance is not just an action but a state, where a human can look within himself and get a glimpse of the divine. Even today, this monastery is a source of inspiration for pilgrims, ascetics, and researchers. Such a place where faith, history, and nature bow together and take the soul to its depth. Number 3, Mount of Temptation, where faith took the test of Satan. Mount of Temptation, located on the land of Palestine, is such a place which has become a symbol of devotion and self-restraint. This mountain is about 10,150 feet high from sea level and presents a mesmerizing view of the valley spread below. The atmosphere here is so peaceful and mysterious that every traveler feels as if time has stopped and some invisible spiritual presence is open in the air. This mountain has been considered a site of faith, meditation, and self-examination for centuries. History tells that this place was the abode of those ascetics and saints who adopted the path of self-purification by staying away from worldly attachments. The ancient monastery perched on the steep rocks here is the most attractive feature of this mountain. This monastery appears almost hanging on the height of the hill, and upon seeing, feels as if it is some heavenly gate suspended between sky and earth. The narrow stairs of the monastery, religious symbols made on the walls, and the flame of quietly burning lamps all together create such an atmosphere in which devotion and peace become one. When someone peers down from the top of the mountain, the spread desert, traces of rivers spread far and wide, and the colors of the sky all together create a divine scene. At sunrise time, when light slowly descends on the valley, it feels as if the sky itself is blessing this land. In summers, the temperature here sometimes reaches 27 degrees, whereas in winters, it becomes pleasant and peaceful. This height and its dry atmosphere make it an ideal site for meditation and solitude. There is a strange depth in the air here, as if with every breath, the soul is saying something. The barren land spread around the hill also encompasses within itself a mysterious beauty. Sometimes a bird spreads its wings between the stones, spread far and wide, and its sound echoes in the valleys, becoming like a call of God. This is the reason that this mountain is unique, not only from a religious perspective, but also from a natural perspective. Every stone here tells the story of faith, courage, and self-strength. According to local residents, this place is the symbol of the conflict hidden within humans, where on one side there is temptation and on the other side self-restraint. When the wind collides with the stones here, it feels as if it is asking every traveler, is your faith so strong that you can conquer the darkness within yourself? This mountain is more than any temple or pilgrimage. It is an examination of the soul, where every step invites descending into the depth of one's own mind. Even today, the pilgrims and travelers coming here feel that silent power which has been echoing in the rocks of this mountain for centuries. Mount of Temptation is the symbol that true religion resides not in any building, but in that struggle where a human conquers the greed, fear, and illusions within himself. When the sun sets and the hill glows in small golden light, it feels as if faith itself has descended on this earth. Number 4. Qumran Caves. The infinite mystery of the scrolls of the Dead Sea. Qumran Caves. One of the deepest mysteries of history on the land of Palestine. These caves are located near the western shore of the Dead Sea, and within them were found documents thousands of years old, which have given new shape to the religious and historical knowledge of human civilization. This area is located in a desolate and dry desert, where the land is barren and the air remains filled with the smell of salt. But hidden in this desolation is that mystery which has attracted scholars and scientists of the world till today. The discovery of these caves happened in the mid-20th century, when some local shepherds accidentally saw ancient texts hidden in a jar. Those documents later became famous by the name Dead Sea Scrolls. In these texts, such things related to religion, philosophy, and society were recorded, which depict the depth of human life and faith of that time. It is believed that these manuscripts are about 2,000 years old, and the ascetics who wrote them were from those sects who studied and followed the laws of God by staying away from the world. The land of Qumran is so dry and filled with salt that greenery does not grow easily here, and there is no fixed time for rain. However, this harsh climate proved to be a boon for the preservation of those texts. In summers of this region, the temperature reaches up to 40 degrees Celsius, whereas in winters it remains between 10 to 15 degrees. These extreme conditions kept these manuscripts safe for centuries, as if nature itself was guarding their mystery. When any traveler moves toward these caves, he feels that he is not entering just an archaeological site, but a living page of history. The walls inside the caves are still filled with the moisture and energy of that time. Every crack, every stone seems to encompass the echo of some ancient pen. A small community used to settle near these caves who spent their lives in self-control, study, and penance. Their made reservoirs, storages, homes, and remnants of earthen pots can still be seen in this area. From this, it becomes clear that life here was difficult, but organized. This place also shows that a human can struggle in any situation to preserve his thoughts and faiths. Being near the Dead Sea, the atmosphere here appears mysterious. The saltiness dissolved in the air, the dry land spread all around, and the infinity of the blue sky, all this together make this place otherworldly. When the sun's rays fall on the mouths of the caves at sunset time, their color turns golden, and it appears as if time itself is emerging from these walls. Scientists are still studying these texts today because in them are such formulas which help not only in religion, but also in understanding the direction of human civilization's development. This place is equally the center of attraction for pilgrims, researchers, and travelers today. Qumran caves remind us that when words are written with true knowledge, even the dust of time cannot erase them. This is that place where the past still breathes, and behind every stone is hidden an unsaid mystery which signals a human to return toward his own origin. Number 5. Herodion. The powerful fortress of Roman architecture. Herodion is such a fortress which is a living proof of ancient empires and architectural skill on the land of Palestine. This fort is located on a high hill at about 700 feet height and is surrounded on all sides by the golden sand of the desert. As soon as any person moves toward its summit, in front opens such a scene which depicts both the grandeur of history and the wonder of engineering together. It is believed that its construction happened during the Roman era, and it was built by King Herod to show his power and the grandeur of his empire. This fort is as vast in its construction as it is mysterious. Built in a circular shape, this fort depicts the technical expertise of that era, when empires were created from just stone and soil. Its walls are thick and strong, which enduring centuries of storms, wars, and blows of time, still stand proudly today. The architecture of Herodion, the deep influence of Roman style can be seen. The massive corridors built here, underground tunnels, and reservoirs are the result of that advanced thinking and planning of that time. Inside the fort, palace-like parts, assembly halls, and even a tomb were also built, where the ruler's final resting place is considered. The temperature here in summers averages between 26 to 30 degrees Celsius, whereas in winters it falls to about 12 to 15 degrees. This balanced climate has been helpful in the preservation of this place. This fort is still steadfast in its original structure today, as if time did not even have the courage to touch it. The olive trees and low bushes spread around the hills give this area a distinct Mediterranean form. From afar, this fort appears like some massive conch which is safely kept in the lap of the desert. Herodion was not only a symbol of power but also remained a center of art and culture. The remnants found in archaeological excavations here tell that there were colorful mosaics, beautiful pillars, and decorative walls in the palaces here which display the prosperous lifestyle of that era. The network of underground tunnels shows how strategic the people living here were in situations of war. Some paths are so narrow and winding that they appear like the entrance to some secret world. When the sun's rays fall on the walls of this fort, they turn golden and as evening falls, the entire atmosphere becomes mysterious. The smell of sand dissolved in the air, and the silence of the stones feel like the echo of some old era. Among local people, there is a belief that beneath the hill of Herodian, there are still many hidden chambers in which treasures and secrets of that time are buried. Perhaps this same mystery makes this place even more attractive. Herodian is not just a fort, but the confluence of civilization, science, and power. This place reminds us that humans may be made of soil, but his skill, his faith, and his creation can be more permanent than time itself. Today, this fort is quiet, but every wall of it still tells the same story. A king, an empire, and the indomitable desire of that era which gave life even to stones. Number 6. Ein Gedi, the life-giving spring in the desert. Ein Gedi is a natural spring which flows in the desert region of Palestine, becoming the softest definition of life. Suddenly, when this spring appears between the barren land spread all around, hot wind and tall mountains, it feels as if life has returned to some dry soul. This spring is located at about 1,200 feet height, due to which its water always remains cold and pure. The soil here is full of minerals, and this natural nutrition dissolved in the water proves to be a boon for the surrounding vegetation. In summers, when the temperature around reaches 40 degrees, even then the water of this spring remains full of freshness and surprisingly cold. This water does not come from one source, but is formed from rainwater accumulated within the hill rocks, which slowly seeps and gives birth to this spring. This is the reason it flows throughout the year, no matter how dry the surrounding land may be. For local residents, Ein Gedi is not just a source of water, but the heartbeat of life. Small fields, gardens, and patches of greenery have been cultivated around it, which appear like a miracle in the lap of the desert. Many local species grow here, which are found only in this ecology. Like small bushes growing on rocky slopes, wild olives, and some medicinal plants which people have been using for natural treatment for centuries. This area is attractive not only for biologists but also for archaeologists. Many ancient remnants have been found in excavations around here which indicate that life was active here thousands of years ago. Engravings on stones, old earthen pots, and some religious symbols. These show that this spring was considered sacred even for ancient civilizations. The ecosystem of Ein Gedi is wondrous. The water here is not only cold, but also full of oxygen, due to which it creates an ideal environment for many small aquatic creatures. Some rare species of fish and small creatures are found at the bottom of this spring, which create a living world beneath its transparent surface. In the morning time, when the sun's first rays fall on the water, its surface shows a golden reflection shining like some sacred flame. The light falling from the sky and the water droplets together create such a scene which is beyond words. Every person coming here feels this experience deep within himself. That feeling that life can be born anywhere just needs a little faith and patience. Ein Gedi is not just a spring, but the symbol that nature, no matter how harsh it may be, never loses the power of creation. This spring breaks the silence of that desert, which has been spread there for thousands of years. When its slow, gurgling sound echoes in the air, it feels as if it is calling the life within the earth. Its cold droplets and the embrace of greenery teach the soul that even in the harshest conditions, the stream of life can keep flowing. The existence of Ein Gedi reminds us that the smallest stream of nature is also the greatest power. That power which gives birth to life and teaches even the desert to smile. Number 7. Wadi al-Hassa, Jordan's life-giving green valley. Wadi al-Hassa, which is sometimes also called Jordan's lifeline, is nestled in the lap of that desert where life seems almost impossible. This valley is about 25 miles long and passes through Kerak and Tafila provinces and meets the Dead Sea. This is not just a valley but a wondrous confluence created by nature, where water, stone, and greenery together create such a scene of life which astonishes the viewer. The biggest feature of Wadi al-Hassa is its abundant water sources. Beneath the land here, there are many springs and underground water streams which nourish this valley throughout the year. Due to these water sources, hundreds of fields here cultivate vegetables, fruits, and grains. The soil of this region is full of minerals, and for this reason, crops like tomatoes, watermelons, and cucumbers flourish, especially here. Small villages are settled on the edges of the valley, where the life of the people is completely dependent on this water. They consider this valley not just a natural structure, but a living gift. In the morning time, when the sun's rays pass over the valley, the entire valley bathes in golden light. The cool breeze blowing in the air and the sound of water together create such music which gives peace to the soul. The atmosphere here is completely different from ordinary desert areas. The temperature remains moderate. In summers about 30 degrees and in winters around 15 degrees. This balanced climate has made the ecology here extremely rich. Many types of trees, plants, birds, and small wild animals are found in the valley, in which some species are seen only in this area. Wadi al-Hassa is not only the center of agriculture and life, but also a beloved site for adventure and tourism. Every year, thousands of tourists come here so that they can experience the beauty of this valley and its natural miracle. Activities like trekking on the hills here, camping on the riverbank, and bathing in hot water springs make this place even more attractive. In some parts of the valley, there are natural hot springs, whose water is full of minerals and local people use it for treatment. The geography of this valley is also extremely unique. Deep cracks, rocks, and flowing rivers between, this place appears like some ancient painter's artwork. The rocks here are colored in red, brown, and golden hues, which become even more vibrant at sunset time. In the evening time, when the sun slowly sets and the sky turns orange, then this valley appears like some magical dream. According to local legends, this valley has been considered sacred since ancient times. Many civilizations passed through here, but no one destroyed its soul, because this place is nature's own blessing. Wadi al-Hassa is even today a living proof of the coexistence of humans and nature. It teaches us that where water flows, life blooms. No matter how harsh the desert may be, if there is a drop of faith beneath the earth, then greenery surely returns there. Every wave, every crop, and every gust of wind in this valley says the same. Life never stops, it just changes the path. The symbol of Umayyad art and grandeur, Hishem's palace, which is called Qasr Hisham in Arabic, is a historical gem located in the Jericho region of Palestine. This palace was built during the reign of the Umayyad dynasty in the 8th century, and it is a wondrous example of that era's cultural richness and architectural skill. About 1,200 years old, in this palace even today, that grandeur and dignity can be felt, which was once the symbol of the golden age of the Arab Empire. Seeing this vast complex spread in the midst of the desert land, it is difficult to believe that such a grand structure could be possible in such a dry environment. But this is the specialty of this site. It shows that human intellect and art can defeat any situation. Hisham's palace was not just a residence, but a complete royal center. In addition to the palace, it included assembly halls, bathhouses, courtyards, gardens, and reservoirs. In its construction, a wondrous combination of symmetry, geometric balance, and subtle engravings is visible. It is said that this place was the center of rest and administration for Umayyad rulers. The Tree of Life, meaning the Circle of Life, especially famous in the mosaics made on the floors here, is considered the best example of Islamic art. This mosaic is still intact, and upon seeing it, it feels as if life is breathing within the stones. In this picture, a tree is depicted on one side of which there are two peaceful deer, and on the other side, a lion is hunting. This depicts the duality of life where beauty and struggle both exist together. The intricate engravings and decorations on the walls of the palace reveal the wondrous capability of the artisans of that era. The water system here is also particularly noteworthy. Arranging water in the midst of the desert was the biggest challenge of that time. But Umayyad engineers solved it artistically. They created a well-organized water distribution system by using stone gutters and tanks, due to which not only the needs of the palace were fulfilled, but the surrounding gardens were also irrigated. In summers, the temperature here reaches up to 35 degrees. Yet the atmosphere inside the palace remains cool and pleasant, which depicts the practicality of this architecture. Over time, many earthquakes and wars have damaged this place. However, its soul is still alive. Even today, while wandering in the ruins here, it feels as if the faint sound of sometimes music is still echoing in the air. Every broken wall, every scattered pillar tells the story of some ruler's grandeur. some artists' labor, and some civilization's pride. When the sun's rays fall on this place at sunrise time, its walls seem to begin telling a new chapter of history. Hisham's palace is not just an architecture, but the symbol of that era's consciousness, where there was balance of both art and power, spirituality and materiality. This palace even today repeats that message that civilizations may fade, but their creations remain immortal. Coming here, a human understands that when stones are carved with faith and beauty, they can challenge time itself. Number 9. Dead Sea, the lowest and saltiest miracle of the earth. Dead Sea, which is called Al-Bahr al-Mayit in Arabic, is the world's most unique and mysterious body of water. It is located about 1,300 feet below the Earth's surface, which makes it the lowest point on Earth. The water here is so salty that any person can float in it without effort. When this sight comes before the eyes of the first-time viewer, it feels as if some magic is happening. People are floating on the surface in the water without moving or sinking, as if some invisible power has held them. Its salinity is about 34%, meaning it is 10% more than ordinary seawater. More salty? This is the reason that no fish or large creature can live in this sea, and for this very reason, it is called the Dead Sea. However, although the name is dead, its energy is alive. Both the water and mud of this sea are considered extremely useful medically. The minerals found in them, like magnesium, calcium, and potassium, are beneficial in skin diseases and joint pains. For thousands of years, the people and travelers here have been using this mud to keep the body healthy and rejuvenate the skin. It is said that the Queen of Egypt, Cleopatra, also used the minerals of the Dead Sea for the secret of her beauty. The environment of the Dead Sea is filled with a mysterious peace. The sandy valleys spread around it and layers of salt make it like some other world. When the sun rises, a golden shine spreads on the surface of the sea, and when the sun sets, the entire water changes from blue to purple and then to red. Such a scene which is beyond words. The air here is extremely clean and full of oxygen because this area is located in the lowest part of the earth. This is the reason that breathing here feels much more refreshing compared to normal places. From the perspective of weather, this region remains dry throughout the year. In summers, the temperature reaches up to 40 degrees Celsius, whereas in winters, it remains between 15 to 20 degrees. Despite this harsh climate, some specific plant species are found on the shores of the Dead Sea, which can survive in salty environment. The geological formation here is also unique. Salt crystals formed from water evaporation, white layers frozen on rocks, and cave-like shapes give this place the form of some natural art gallery. The person who comes here for the first time feels as if he has reached some other planet. There are also many historical and religious sites around the Dead Sea, which further increase the spiritual importance of this area. There is a different depth in the silence here. When the wind blows and collides with the salt layers, producing a whistle-like sound, it feels as if time itself is whispering its ancient mysteries. This place is for the soul what a mirror is for the face. Shows you your true form without any covering. The Dead Sea teaches that sometimes the deepest truths of life are found where everything appears calm and stable from above. There is a unique message hidden in the still water stream here, that silence is also a form of life, and there is power even in stability. Every shore, every wave, and every shining particle of the Dead Sea is proof that nature can give birth to beauty even in its harshness, and this sea connected with the name of death is actually the symbol of the immortality of life. Number 10. Palestinian Museum, the living document of history and culture. The Palestinian Museum is such a wondrous confluence of modern architecture and cultural consciousness, which encompasses within itself the thousands of years old history of this land. This museum is spread in the Birzeit area near Ramallah and is constructed in about 90,000 square feet. Its architecture is inspired by the natural landscape, as if this building has become part of the surrounding hills and land itself. The local sandstone used here not only gives this place regional identity, but also makes it environmentally sustainable. When any person enters the complex of this museum, it feels as if he is stepping into some modern temple, where instead of God, the soul of culture resides. Upon entering inside, vast galleries appear in front. In some, art exhibitions are held. In some, archaeological artifacts, and in some, old documents which depict the soul of Palestine. The more than 3,000 artworks, manuscripts, and historical documents kept here tell the story of this land's struggle, beauty, and identity. The pictures hung on the walls give a glimpse of that time when this region was the confluence of civilizations. Layers of Greek, Roman, Umayyad, and Ottoman eras appear melted into each other. The open gardens spread in the outer courtyard of the museum make this place even more enchanting. The local plants and olive trees planted here are the symbol that Palestinian culture is deeply connected with nature. Inside the museum, history is presented using modern technology. Through interactive screens, 3D models, and hologram projections, viewers can travel to the past. The atmosphere here is both enlightening and emotional. Many times, people become silent upon seeing some exhibition here, as if they have not seen just history but a piece of their own soul. The purpose of this museum is not only to preserve the past, but also to explain to future generations that identity and culture do not fade with time. Every artifact, every picture, every inscription reminds that civilizations may end, but their memories remain immortal. Both tourists and researchers coming here feel this. The Palestinian Museum is the living document of history and culture. When the rays of sunset fall on the walls of this museum in the evening, then this building glows like some ancient manuscript, as if time itself has stopped here. This place is a bridge between modernity and tradition, where the past communicates with the future. That's all for today's video. This journey of Palestine was not just of geography, but of that soul which gave birth to civilization, faith, and culture. The valleys, springs, forts, and monasteries here all give the same message that humans change, but their story remains immortal. Next time, we will meet again with a new land, a new mystery, and a new story. So stay connected because history is still speaking. If you are watching this video, please subscribe our channel Epic Doc